We're on.
We're on.
1 sec, Lou. 1 sec. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry guys, we got some difficulties here. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Chaos. Welcome back to the Chaos and Lou podcast. Got your boy Lou in the fucking building over there. Got me way the fuck over here. I'm in Colorado. Unfortunately, could not be in studio with my boy Lou, but we still made it happen. Had to coach Lou through some of this stuff, but we are live, motherfuckers. Welcome back to the channel. Get to see you guys. Get to hear from you guys. Lou, how you feeling, man?
I'm good.
I'm good. Trying to figure this out, man.
What you trying to figure out, man?
Bro,
This technology
it's
not friendly to me.
Hey, but look,
I'm getting a headache.
We're live though, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So so before we get started on the stream, guys, I just want to test something. I just want to make sure that we don't have. I just want to make sure that we don't have. Okay, cool. So it doesn't sound like we have an echo, but I do want to test one more thing. Adri, if you're in the stream, drop ones in the chat if you hear any type of echo right now when we are speaking. Lou, give me a talk real quick so I can hear your end.
Hello.
Can
anybody hear me?
So Adri, if you are watching in the stream, drop a one in the chat if either me or Lou are echoing while we talk. She might not be watching. Okay. We'll keep on going for now. Until that comes through. I just want to make sure that Lou, speak.
Hello.
How's
How's
everybody
everybody
feeling?
Say
feeling?
more. About to say a little more than hello. All right, cool. So drop ones if we are echoing, AJ, or if Lou's echoing. If anything, I feel like the echo might come from your end.
Big fool.
If anything, you might want echoing just because one, so you are echoing. Okay, that means all right, Lou, mute your phone. Okay, and then you can still hear me, right, Lou?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, and then you can still hear me, right, Lou?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. And then, all right, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to probably go with muting one of the other mics, Lou. I think. Oh man, that's gonna suck. All right, Lou. I think we're gonna have to mute the actual mic in order for us not to get an echo, man.
This one?
So yeah, that one, yeah. Because and then while you're doing that, unmute the phone. Since Adrian's saying we're getting an echo.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
Okay, so go ahead and on the stream deck, go back over to the second page where the mics are. On the stream deck.
Yeah.
No, down below, the stream deck.
Oh.
Right here.
Right here.
The stream deck.
Yeah.
And then mute your mic.
Chaos mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Adri, one more time. If you are getting any type of echoes while Lou is talking, let us know. Lou, say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck a wood?
Yes. Let's see. Say echo or no echo if you hear any echoes. Adri. She's like, all right, if I can test her. Sounds good. All right, perfect. So, okay. All right. Unfortunately, you're going to have to enunciate yourself a little bit more, Lou, just because you're using the phone mic.
All right.
But, as we can still see you on camera. We can hear you. I just want to make sure I can hear you. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We are trying to do a remote thing here where I'm not in Lou's at my house right now running the stream. So we just wanted to make sure we got on here live regardless of the situation. We are trying to be consistent. There's a reason why we stick with this stuff. Been getting on. How was that?
It goes to TV.
Oh. Damn, that was loud. I was like,
right?
But anyways, yeah. So again, we're just trying to stay consistent with you guys and making sure that we're not bullshitting and not getting on here when we're supposed to be getting on here. So just like, man. But anyways, as you guys can tell from the title, we are doing work stories today. We figured we'd take a little break from bashing people, mainly women. And
Man, people were upset, bro.
bro, we got some people really pissed the fuck off.
And look, I'm not like gonna blast her or nothing, bro. But I mean, I like the way you handle the situation because you clearly told like, you know what, we appreciate your feedback, But she was like really like, passionate about her opinion, and I felt like that was like her cousin or her little sister or something, bro, because she had dates, man. But again, it's just our opinion, and we don't want to offend anybody, but at the end of the day, we got the same right as yours to believe in something.
So to put things into context on what Lou's talking about here, essentially we the short that we put up of Jada Pinkett Smith being a bald-headed demon, we got a lot of hate. And excuse me, yeah, they're like really, really pissed off. Well, not they, she was really pissed off. So much so that she called out my bald head, and I was just like really upset. And look, I just basically explained to her, and you guys can go to the comments and see this too, because it was all in the comments. And I just basically explained to her like, look, it's your right to be on here. There's a reason why we have this platform. There's a reason why we're having this conversation. Sometimes it's a tough conversation. Sometimes people don't want to hear it, so it was at least at least 2 paragraphs. It was. And and anything, it's like she was really passionate about it, and that's cool, like by all means. But just like you have your opinion, I didn't knock you, but you like absolutely attacked me for my opinion. And I think that's kind of why I responded, because originally I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna entertain it, like it's her opinion. But she even said, while you guys are yapping, I was like, wow, like she's really upset here. So anyways,
what is she doing? Writing essays on comments,
writing a whole, just like Adrian said right now, writing a whole paragraph about us, yapping and not knowing the facts or whatever. And the reality is, man, is like, we know the facts, all right? We know some of the shit that Jada was doing out there. Neither of them are saints, but at the end of the day, the lady does absolutely emasculate her man. There's no way you can sit here and tell me that lady does not emasculate Will. There's no way. I don't believe it. So get that shit out of here, man. But again, you're entitled to your opinion. You're absolutely welcome to comment on any of the videos that we make, because it is a free platform for you to do so, But again, like I said, we are taking a break on this live to get away from bashing the shit out of women and men too, because don't sit here and act like we don't bash men too. We sit here and talk shit.
Yeah,
about
she watched one short, bro, and then she didn't like bother to even watch the other ones or hear any other opinions that we had about male and female.
I said that same thing too. I was like, you clearly didn't watch any of the other stuff that we put up. You just seen this reel, got triggered, and right away had to say something about it. All good. But at the end of the day, man, it's a free country, and it's a God-given right to speak your piece. So go ahead and do it. That's what we're here to do, man. But anyways, Lou, so I know we said we wanted to kick it off and talk about some stories, but before we get into that, again, guys, this is now our 7th live, because that bonus one. 7th live now.
You still thinking about that glizzy, I can see.
This nigga.
Hey, you're the one,
Hey, you guys go watch the shorts that I put up this morning. Or it wasn't even a short. It was a behind the scenes of me driving up here to Colorado. And
bro, you should see the guys at 7-Eleven, like their eyes light up literally when they see this food. The smile on these foods' faces is like, oh yeah, man. He one day he's like, oh yeah. He came in, he's like, I want 2 hot dogs, no buns. I was like, whoa, pause.
No buns. I don't remember. This.
Hey, you know what? That's that glizzy goblin in you.
So anyways, again, we appreciate you guys. Now on our 7th live, we've been doing this officially for a month and a half now. And even crazier, we started out with the goal of getting 150 subscribers. We hit that goal earlier this past week, right? But even crazier, we are now at like 220 something. Fucking going up. I think we're almost at like 230, guys. Our next goal, please, guys, if you guys are in here, if any of you guys tune in and watch this shit,
Share it.
and you feel like we're actually doing something that's that's important, or I mean, even useful, or it's just entertaining, whatever it is, man, subscribe, because we are absolutely trying to get monetized. We are trying to make this thing bigger than what it is now, and we appreciate you guys' support. So try to get us to 500. We are halfway there right now. So guys, if you are in here and you're watching, subscribe. It really helps us, okay? And comment, like the live. It really does drive up the algorithm. So again, whoa, what the hell was that? What the hell? Did you see that?
I seen that.
What the fuck? Okay. Apparently this thing has some shit.
Your phone is late.
It's like you know how FaceTime, when you do the peace sign, it gives you the balloons or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did. What was that? I look like,
what are you doing?
I look like a fucking, you know what? Oh man. But anyway, so I just had to say that before we get into our work stories. And yeah, Lou, I think we're gonna kick it off with you as usual. Hit us up with your first.
I'm not even gonna say anything about you not hitting the intro, but whatever.
What intro I did? What do you mean?
No, you didn't. You didn't introduce yourself, where you were at, state your name, gangster, nothing.
I did. Look, this how you know this food smokes a little too much, because I did. But
okay.
That's okay.
I just want to make sure. I'm a little nervous because there's too much technology going on in front of me. You know, even this light is making me nervous.
We'll do it one more time so that Lou is coherent. Your boy Chaos, here in Colorado, Pueblo to be exact.
Oh, now I remember. Yes, you did.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
All right. Anyways, moving forward, Lou, your first story, my guy.
Oh, man. Well, like I said before, and, in the intro, I had a lot of different jobs, coming up. I started working when I was 16, and interesting moments, the things you get to see. And these are just regular 9-to-5 jobs, but I have I have a lot of top stories, but I chose these 3 because they're the most entertaining for me. Where should I start? Let's start off with the security story. So, all right, guys, check this out. I used to work security, and I had a location in Marina Del Rey, and these were like condos, apartments, and then all around were docks. People living on boats and stuff. And I used to have to go walk around through the whole DTEX point. I don't know if you guys ever done security, but you have to do a little route or whatever. And that night we had gotten a noise complaint. And we went up to the apartment.
They was smoking that loud.
Bro, they were partying. And these little white kids, because when we went up there, we knocked on the door. We're like, hey, we have complaints, neighbors are saying that you guys are being a little too loud. So just do us a favor, keep it down. All right, whatever. We get a call within the next 30 minutes. Hey, they haven't even tried to turn it down, nothing. I was like, all right. So it's 3 of us. So all 3 of us go out there, and we tell them, like, hey, you know what? Like, this is your final warning. Other than that, we're going to have to ask everybody that doesn't live here to leave. And turns out they were all minors. They were like little teenagers, and
turning up.
I noticed it right off the bat that they were drinking, because I could kind of smell it or whatever. Yeah. But again, none of my business, man. It's not my job. I'm just there to keep it under control, make sure everything's good, whatever. So, final warning, we'll leave. So they call back maybe 10, 15 minutes later. So we go back, but this time, usually there's a sheriff going around the apartments, because it's a whole street. It's like its own street. So once you come in, you have to go all the way around and then come back out or whatever. So they usually come like maybe every few hours, every 2 hours, you see a sheriff come around. So we call the sheriff. We're like, you know what? These are we have noise complaint. We need to get them out the apartment. So he's like, all right, we'll be there. They come. We ended up going up with the sheriffs. It was cool because it was a white guy and there was a black guy, and they were both titans, bro. They had to have been like
They're
6'4" and like
I know.
over 6 feet for sure, both of them.
Yeah.
And I was feeling good. You feel me? I was like, hey man, they're about to regulate whatever. But keep in mind these are minors, you know. And we told them, we're like, they look like little kids, you know. So it's like, all right, whatever. So we go up there, knock. Sheriff's tell them like, oh, okay, who doesn't live here? And it turns out the girl that lived there, her parents were out of town, and she was like 17, I think. And the cop told him like, all right, it was a little white kid, and it was two sisters. So the sister stayed. The white kid would tell him to leave, and he starts arguing with the cops, bro. Like just telling them like, oh, like what are you doing? Like, why are you even like tripping? And like he started sounding ghetto, bro. It was funny, man. And the cop saw that he had beer. He's like, oh, what's this? He had 240s. He had Old English and a 211. And right off the bat, he's like, oh, you're not supposed to have this. You know, they're going back and forth. You know, they're kind of like tit for tat, you know, insulting each other. And it was surprising because it was the white guy, the one that was like telling them. And man, we got to the point where we're escorting him out. He's not even in cuffs yet, bro. And we're just walking him out, and he gets like violent, bro, because he's already tipsy or turned. I could tell. And he's straight like, you know, kind of like snatches away from the cop, and the cop right then and there, he put him in cuffs. He didn't really struggle there. They put him in cuffs, and keep in mind, this is a long as like apartments and condos, you know, so it probably takes us like 10 minutes from walk to end to end. And there was this part, bro. The kid was like saying like F you, you know, like you ain't nothing without the badge, and I'll whoop your ass, like all in the cop's face, bro. And the cop's is like, you know, it's like, all right, cool, you know, because the kid was pretty tall himself. You know, he was definitely taller than me, just a little bit, you know, and I'm what 5'9", bro, so I'm average. So he had to have been like 5'10", 5'11", and bro, we get to this part where it's like a stairway, and there's no cameras. Once the two doors shut, there's just two doors shut, one on the top and one on the bottom. And bro, I kid you not, that cop put that little white kid in a chokehold, like on the wall, like right here, and told him, you know, if I wasn't a nice guy or a cop or whatever, he's like, I'd kill you right now. My partner would say that you reached for my gun, and we scuffled, and I ended up having to kill you, and nobody would question me. Bro, he literally threatened him with death, bro. Like, he was that fed up, and he was smart with it. I'm telling you, there was no cameras. He's like, they're gonna write whatever I tell them to write on the report, because I have to make a report, you know? Yeah, bro, it was crazy. I was like, wow. So whatever, you know, he kind of calmed down. The kid was all red, bro. Red. He was mad as hell. And he's a minor, so they can't take him to jail. So they call his mom, and while we're doing the report with him, you know, we have to do a report, give our badge number, whatever time, yada yada. And they call his mom, and she is upset, bro. Like she was like, you can forget about the car, you can forget about prom and this and that, and bro, she was upset, and especially when she found out that he had beer.
Damn.
Yeah, the cops snitched him out quick, bro. And he didn't even say anything to the lady about the cop choking him out or nothing, bro, because, you know, like I said, he was getting like rowdy. He was getting really rowdy. And so that happens, whatever. This is like maybe like 1 a.m. Yeah, like 1:30 in the morning. And the cop comes up to me and my coworker, and he's like, you guys can dispose of these any way you want. And it's the 240s. And right off the bat, my lead, he was like, "Oh, go throw this away." I was like, "Oh my God." I was trying to keep one at least, to take home. And so we go place them in the dumpster. We didn't dump them, so we go place them in there. Whatever, man. We wait for our lead to leave. And keep in mind, man, I'm young, bro. I'm like 21 years old. I'm working, bro, and my lead's not there. We're working graveyard shift. Keep in mind, like I drink, like, I mean, at this point, like I'm not no lightweight or nothing. So I drink, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get that 40 from the trash. He's like, all right, me too. So I go and I take the rough one, man. I take the 211. And I drink that whole thing, bro. And it was kind of like room temp, bro. So it was even worse. So I'm feeling nice. You feel me? I was feeling nice after that 40. Turns out this fool, he was being a little bitch, bro. He didn't like the old English. It was too raw for him. So keep in mind, I am not prepared to say no to a beer. So I take the second 40, bro. I take the second 40. Keep in mind, I'm at work. And I'm off at 5 a.m. So by the time like 3 a.m. comes around, bro, I'm lit. I'm on, bro. I am super lit. And I'm just like, fuck, bro. I just want to leave. So I tell the homie, I was like, hey, man, look, I filled out all my report because he was the one who would hand them in at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I ended up telling him, like, hey, man, I'm going to just dip. He's like, all right, cool, whatever. So keep in mind, man, I'm feeling nice, bro. I'm lit. I drive out and I have to go all the way around and I come to the light and the light has no right turn on red. Clearly on the fuck, And this is 3 in the morning, 3:30, bro. There's absolutely nobody in the street. I'm by the beach. There's no cars. I'm looking around. And I don't know if it's because I was drunk, but this light was taking forever, bro. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm lit, man. I take it. The first driveway that I passed, it was dark too. Lights turning on, bro. I'm like, oh my God. Keep in mind, I'm 100 right now, bro. You can smell it on me, bro. Everything. I'm like, damn, I thought I was done. I pull over, bro. This is the trippy part. It's the same sheriff that arrested the little white kid that I just did a report with, who he gave me the 40s himself. Walking up, bro. I still got my uniform on. I'm getting ready to give him my license, bro. I'm like shaking, bro. At this point, I'm sober. And bro, he shines a light, looks at me, looks at the uniform. He's like, "Oh, you're the security guard? I don't need your license. Go home." Bro, I was the first time I had ever been pulled over in my life. I was drunk as fuck. And I had just, done that whole little thing with the white kid. And it was the same cop, bro.
Bro.
That was trippy as hell.
But you got lucky.
Bro, I got super lucky. And I can't ever forget that story from work, man. Because like I said, it was so many things. Like, it might have been, well, it wasn't like one of the first times that I arrested somebody. But I hadn't done it a lot before that, so it was like maybe like my second or third time arresting somebody.
I think
man.
You got pulled over too, right?
What happened?
Didn't you say that was the first time you got pulled over?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever got pulled over, and he let me go. Bro, I hit like 90 on the freeway coming home, bro. On Slauson, bro, I was dipping. But that was my one story from security. I have a few more. Well, I'll tell you one more. This is a quick one. This was at La Placita Olvera, downtown. And, some lady comes up. She's like, oh, there's this guy over there touching on little girls. I'm like, what? And she was like, yes. I was like, point him out. And she points him out. And there's some grown vato, bro. Unfortunately, he was Hispanic. Yeah, bro, we go right up to him. Yeah, man, we go right up to him, and I'm like, hey, man, you got to come with me. he's like, oh, why? Like, what's wrong? I was like, bro, I'm not gonna talk about it right here. Just follow me right now. I gotta take you out the premises, you know? And he started arguing a little bit, but I was like, look, man, you either leave or I make you leave, I told him. I had 2 other guys with me. So, you know, he's arguing or whatever. He would get outside, and I don't have cuffs because I have a suit and I have a chain with a badge and I have a rape whistle. And oh yeah, a crepe whistle. And yeah, bro.
Can't
And
say that word either, Lulu.
I hear you. Anyways, so we get outside, we explain to him like, hey man, like you gotta put your hands behind your back. I told my boy that had the whole rent-a-cop outfit, I was like, cuff him up. And I was like, bro, like please don't fight because the cops are on the way. You know, there's witnesses saying that you were touching little girls and, you know, you're under arrest. And yeah, bro, we cuffed him up. The cops showed up. They arrested him, bro. We did a report, everything, man. That one was another, like, you'd never expect, you know, some situation like that, bro. Like, but it's real life, man. That's just being security.
Big L for our people, for one.
Yeah, man.
Man, how you gonna do that shit?
Yeah, bro. So that was my security stories. I'm gonna get into. I have a bunch of valet ones, bro, but I'm gonna tell them about this one. So I wasn't there.
Thank God. Right?
Yeah. So I wasn't there that day. I was doing valet parking in a high-end restaurant in West Hollywood. I don't want to get too specific, but you know, it's really well known. It's by it's like La Brea.
Before we get far in, shout out Wasitos. Appreciate you joining in.
Oh yeah, what's up, Wasitos?
Thing, man.
But yeah, you know, it was like La Brea, Sunset area, and you know, I was doing there at that location for about 1.5 years already, maybe 2 years, and you know, once you work there, there's a lot of people that are regulars, nice people, you know, assholes, you get them all. And there was this one guy, and I can't ever forget him because he had he had like a messed up, I want to say it was a leg or something, but he had like a little limp. But he was always swagged out. You know, he had chains, you know, nice car all the time. And again, I asked to get the day off this day, but there was a video of it, and turns out that there were some guys following him before he showed up, because when he showed up, he got out the car, he went up to the restaurant, and the guys came in right after he went upstairs and asked him just random questions about the restaurant, like, oh, what time does it close? What kind of food did they have? You know, just normal stuff to my lead, the valet. Yeah. And you know, he explained to him or whatever, and he said it was suspicious because they left and then they came back and they didn't ask him anything. They were just scoping out the place, seeing if, you know, if he was there. Point is, the guy comes out, he's leaving, and he has a crowd. It's like a couple dudes, maybe like 8 chicks, and they're paying at the pay station because we pull up your car right where you pay your ticket. And the same guys came back, and the guy had already known because he has his eyes on them the whole time. He watches them come in. They go ask my lead something again, and he's on them. And there's this girl standing right next to him. And I mean, you could tell right off back, he's using her as a shield, bro, because he's like, if they're walking in front, he's coming like on the other side of her, moving. So wherever they would move, he'd go like this. You know what I mean? Keep the girl between them. And sure enough, they walk up to him, they exchange words or whatever, and they just start shooting at each other, bro. Shooting, literally, they're having a shootout right there. Boom, 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 boom. And bro, the even craziest part, out of that whole crowd, nobody was hit. Nobody. And they unloaded from 3 guns. because
Damn.
the two of them had guns, and the guy that was at the restaurant had a gun. And bro, we had bullet holes in the parking lot. They had shut down Katana for the night. Oh damn, I just said the goddamn anyways, but yeah, man, it was wild. It was wild, bro. You know, we get a lot of, and this is just me being real, bro. Like, for sure, celebrities in those areas, but anybody who's anybody, bro, especially like these rappers. You know, another story I have
I
is
just want to point out before you even move forward with that, them niggas were shooting with 3 guns and then hitting nobody.
nobody.
That means they played a lot of Call of Duty and then really do it.
Because the way my coworker explained it, because one took off one way and one took off the other, and they were unloading like this, running away. You know, that's what it looks like. That's what he said. That's what they did. Because the guy, he just backed up and dropped to the floor and started shooting, aiming like this. He shot at both of them. He shot at the one that ran out, and then he shot at the one that ran inside the parking lot. And then he got up, he with his little stomp, and then he ran inside, and he was like reloading again, bro, just making sure nothing's going on. And yeah, man, you know, that's just a little, something that happens in valet parking that you would never expect either. Yeah, man, straight shootout, bro, in the parking lot and everything. Yeah, man.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, bro. You know, and again,
anything is crazy to me.
This is normal, bro, because again, another rapper came and he had several incidents at that restaurant.
Damn,
and the last one that's
who Miklo just posted.
What he said? Oh yeah, I remember that, bro. Because we used to go cruising, and bro, somebody got shot, and the cop was like parked right up the street.
It
was wild. Yeah, man, I remember that, Miklo. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Another rapper. This was a quick one. You know, he had a few incidents. The point is that he pulled out a gun inside the restaurant. So they told him to leave. And then when he got downstairs, he pulled out a gun again. And the other ones had pulled out a gun. But surprisingly, this time they didn't have a shootout. It was kind of a like, just showing off what they got. And, never again. He got banned, but I've seen it all, bro, man. I've seen everything and anything you can think of in cars. Bro, there'll be some real heavy hitters, man. I've seen people do transactions there. I've seen people with wads of money. Like, bro, I done seen some crazy stuff, honestly. And that's just doing valet parking. And I done seen it all, driven it all, anything you can name almost. But yeah, man, that was just one bad one. Now, a good one, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I was asking you, the rapper who pulled out the gun, there was somebody famous?
I mean, they're known. I mean, I'm going to say it, whatever. It was Shy Glizzy. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but Shy Glizzy is the one that got banned from the restaurant because he had a gun incident. And, he was pretty cool. Like, I dealt with him a couple times myself. He was a regular, and the day that this happened, I was there, but I didn't see it happen because I saw the aftermath, and it was like a big old crowd, security, cops were there. And yeah, pretty much nobody pressed charges. They just banned him, he couldn't come back or whatever. But yeah, man, I've had a lot of, people that obviously are into something, you see the chains that they're wearing. I mean, I don't recognize them. They might be famous, but why would you have chains, big ass, like the Louis bags, and they got stacks, bro. And these aren't stacks of ones. These are stacks of 50s, 100s, and one of the beautiful things about valet, is that, I used to hustle, bro. I used to hustle people, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing, but not in a thirsty way, because again, this is a real high-end restaurant, and chances are you're gonna see a celebrity. And there was people that were felt entitled because you're pulling up in a Lambo truck or a McLaren, which more than half the time were rented. Let me tell you, because I deal with the keys. And but I treat everybody the same. Same respect. Yeah, bro. And there's people that show up, just be like, "Hey, man, I want my car right here." Because usually I would have Lambos, Rolls Royce, Ferraris, anything you can name in the front. And my main reason for doing that was because obviously they're really expensive cars and less risk of scratching them, bringing them out, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't know that, but I would tell them like, hey man, this is my VIP parking. I could park you regular, give you your ticket. It's gonna be 15 with validation. But if you want the special treatment, you're gonna have to take care of me and my boys. Oh, what do you mean? I was like, hey man, long story short, like to park here is $50. I thought that was fair. You're already gonna pay. You're at a high end restaurant. You're gonna drop a couple $100. 50 ain't really gonna hurt you for parking. Again, let them know you want regular parking. I'm gonna take your car up to the garage, and you pay 15 with validation. You wait for your car like everybody else. If not, you want that special attention. You pay me $50 fee. Your car's right in the front. You get to just leave right out. I get, and no rush, nothing. You don't wait in lines, nothing. It's up to you if you want it or not. Some people will take it, some people won't. But at the end of the day, man, you know, if you want that special treatment, bro, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss,
Man.
and it is what it is. Um, and believe me, there's people out there that it won't hurt them. You know what I mean? But the crazy part is dealing with the people that have wads of cash and then complain that they're paying $13, $15 for parking, bro. I can't believe it. It blows my mind. But yeah, man, I got a lot of good experiences, a lot of good tips. If I had to put a number on it, one of my good nights, my best nights, it's probably like $400 in one night. And keep in mind, this is like 3, 4 of us splitting, so we all getting $400. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting business too, bro.
Well, I think you had it good because of where you were, your location.
Oh yeah, definitely. They were really high end, bro. There it was. If you were anybody that was famous, you were in that area. Especially when like BET Awards or the Oscars or those big award ceremonies, they would always come to that location. Not that restaurant specifically, but other locations that we ran. And yeah, man, I seen them all, bro. I seen them all. Oh, this is funny. So, and this is for shout out Diddy. I don't know if you guys remember. This was the year. This was the year this fool fell through the stage. I think it was like 5, 6 years ago. I can't remember, man, but it was that year. He ended up hosting an after party at the location where I was doing valet on Sunset, and bro, A-list celebrities, bro. You know who showed up first and was loud, bro? Was super loud with the dank. Was Rihanna, bro. Rihanna pulled up with 2 Cadillac trucks, one for her security and one for her and her other bodyguards. And because only reason we knew is because she opened the back window and the driver opened and he's like, oh, and she asked us, is there anywhere I can smoke? And I was like, well, go park your car over there and you can smoke inside your car. She's like, okay, that's fine. So, bro, the whole garage was crazy dang, bro. And it was Rihanna. Yeah, man. And that same night, Omarion pulled up, hotboxing a Rolls Royce, bro. I opened the door for him. He came out. He's like, "Oh, what's up, man?" Yeah, his little ass vato. And he came out. I was in there basking, bro. I was just in there, just, bro. I'm telling you.
And had a fucking dance battle with that motherfucker.
And The funny part, bro, about that night, so only certain amount of people could get in. I think it was like 100 people. And it was like 2 hours or 3 hours into the party. And we had already closed the gate because nobody else was supposed to come in. Guess who shows up, bro? Chris Brown shows up in a Lamborghini, and he's trying to crash the party, bro. He's literally trying to crash the party. He's like, oh, like his security guard comes out from the passenger side of the Lambo, and he's like, oh man, you know what this is, bro? This is Chris Brown. This is Chris Brown. Open the gate. Open the gate. I'm like, okay, like he's not the owner of this building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have strict rules and orders not to open this gate anymore because we're at capacity. The guest list is already here. Nobody else can come in. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
They didn't want to listen, bro. Tell me why this fool's driving up about to run us over with the Lambo, bro. This is Chris Brown. I kid you not. I kid you not, bro.
You know why he was upset?
I don't, because Riri, yeah, bro.
Girl, Riri was there.
Hey, man. Well, my boy ASAP is handling that now.
That's probably
You know
the
what I
day
mean?
that, you know, he.
Yeah, bro. He was upset though, bro. He was out there for like 30 minutes really trying to get in. He told me to call the owners. He told me to call this, call that, bro. And the guy that was in charge of letting people in straight out came and told him, like, nah, man, we can't let you in. You know, like, nah, like this is exclusive. If you're not on the list, you know, whatever. I know Diddy, man. Call Diddy, call Diddy. He's like, nah, we're not gonna call Mr. Combs. And I was sitting there the whole time, bro. They're arguing with this fool, Chris Brown, and he looks like a straight homo.
That's
Oh
crazy.
shit. But yeah, man. No, he was a dick, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, man. I done dealt with a lot of rappers that really were assholes, man. They think their shit don't stink. And
Honestly, Breezy's been known for his temper, though.
Hey, man, it is what it is. You know, but surprisingly, there's a lot of people that you would think are dicks, but in reality, man, really nice dudes, man. You know, like just small examples. Al Pacino, he used to always come in, say hi to all of us. Danny DeVito, you know, it's like the old school guys, like Tommy Lee Jones,
Yeah,
you know, Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves.
I have a bleep button, but it's over there where he's at, so it's not working.
Wait, what?
They just said you need a filter.
Oh, I hear you. But anyways, you know, there was a lot of good people, a lot of cool celebrities, definitely some funny ones. You know, I remember Charlie Sheen handing everybody hundreds. He had to have been super drunk or tipsy. I don't know, bro. But he was just
pictures you and Steve-O.
Oh yeah, Steve-O. Oh, I met Heisenberg, Jesse Pinkman, Wee Man, Han, 50 Cent. Bro, I've seen so many celebrities. It's crazy, you know, especially in that area. But you know, those are the fun things about valet, you know, and you get used to it. You'll see. I remember when Wednesday was about to come out. That girl came, bro. Paparazzi was everywhere. Yeah, Jenna Ortega. They were all over her, man. It was out of control. Yeah, let me tell the story, bro. Where I strongly believe that this got me relocated from the high end. So this morning, I'm at the building, right? And Ben Affleck, he has an office there. He works in the building. And he has his own parking, you know, we don't take care of him, nothing. So this morning, he comes in, he never says anything. He never greets us, goes straight to the elevator. You know, again, you work here, I'm not expecting you to, whatever. But we're all human. You can acknowledge people. Again, that's neither here nor there.
I've heard.
And this morning, he comes in, same thing, pay him no mind. And then I see paparazzi's, two guys, and they had the whole like get up, you know, the whole flashes and the cameras everywhere. And I go up to them. I'm like, hey, man, you guys can't be in here. This is private property. You guys got to go. They didn't pay me no mind, bro. Obviously, I'm just a valet. And again, I just did it because, you know, it was just, I was there. They're not supposed to be in there. I'm just going to say something. Anybody says anything, I at least say something.
Yeah.
So they're flashing away, bro. And who comes behind me yelling? What the hell are y'all doing just standing around? Why don't y'all do y'all fucking job? And whoop de wop. And I turn around, bro, and this Ben Affleck yelling at me. And I'm like, this is not the same guy that's playing Batman. But yeah, bro, he's cussing me out. He's like, "You not saying nothing to him?" And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, man! Look, check this out. I already told them they couldn't be in here. I'm only the valet. It's not my job to physically remove somebody. I'm not security. If you have an issue with that, go to security, and
Even
they'll come
security
deal with
can't
that."
physically remove them.
Exactly. So I'm like, what do you want me to do? He's like, oh man, whoa, like what's your name? And because I was yelling at him back, bro. You know, I'm a man at the end of the day, man. We bleed the same way. And I don't care who you are because you're Ben Affleck, you're just gonna disrespect me. Anyways, I think after that, you know, they told me, oh, we're gonna relocate you or this and that. And I get it, you know, they're trying to protect, they pay a lot of rent to operate their business there or whatever. But this just goes to show us little guys, regular average people, don't mean shit to these companies. You know what I mean? That's why I was doing what I did, hustling, trying to make a little extra on the side. They would get their money, wasn't stealing from them. I was doing the little extra hustle, making a little extra just for it being worthwhile being there for my coworkers and I. But yeah, man, you know, I feel like I'm going on a lot, Charles. I'll end that story with that one. I got more, but I'll let you get into yours now.
First of all, I want to say fuck you.
Oh wow,
Second,
that's crazy.
just kidding.
And you're on live, and everybody's seeing disrespect.
Oh yeah,
But
but
it's
that's what I
fine.
do. That's what I do this motherfucker every day. If
All
I don't
right.
flip up at least one time a day, I don't feel good. So
That's great.
that's my one for today. He's not on this trip, so normally by now he would have at least had like 6 or 7 flip ups. But that's your bird for today, Lulu.
It's
But
okay.
speaking on that last story, fuck Ben Affleck first of all.
Yeah,
Nobody likes fuck anyways.
it's
And
all good.
you know, he's a sip for going back to and ran through J Lo, and here we go. You know, so anyways.
It is what it is, bro. And like again, we treat everybody the same, bro. Nobody's special. It's just certain ones that are high profile. Justin Bieber, Kanye, Kim Kardashian. You know, I get it. You can
I just think
have.
it's crazy that he expects you to do something. You're the fucking valet. Like,
What was I supposed to
even like
say?
I said, even security can't really do nothing. All they can do is tell them get the fuck out, right?
Yep.
And then if they're not listening to security, security has to call cops. They can't physically move them. That's
I don't
assault.
know, man. You know,
Security
entitlement is
serve,
crazy.
bro. Anyways, whatever, bro. But yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, I've heard some of these stories from you already, so you know, I was kind of already in tune with
Yeah.
the situations. But damn, man, it just blows my mind how some people are, you get some money and you get entitled. You know, I thought these women were out here being entitled, but apparently Catholic is up there too.
Yep.
Anyway, so work stories. You know, obviously I've been in the moving industry for a long time. I mean, you guys obviously don't know that, but I know that. It's been like, if I had to say, it's been probably about 15 years now that I've been in the moving industry. And yeah, I've fucking seen it all, man. I literally, like we were talking about, you know, fucking Mandingo dildos that we're moving for people.
Whoa,
And
pause.
hey, but it's the truth. That's literally what some people have, man. Like I literally moved an army couple that had a whole ass sex room, like full room, not just a toy in the fucking nightstand.
Like
A
Uncle
whole,
Elroy?
like, bro, who? Oh yeah,
Uncle Elroy?
yeah, exactly. Just like, I mean, even worse than that because he only had like a
Damn.
little closet area. They had a whole fucking room, Lulu, a whole room, bro. And the crazy part is her husband wasn't there. We were there. We showed up. We're doing the walkthrough like we normally do at the beginning of all our jobs. You know, they show us through the house, show us what's going, if there's anything they're taking, if there's any high value items and things like that. So, you know, we're doing the normal walkthrough. And we get into the living room. She shows us the living room. We walk past the kitchen, shows us what's going in there. Then she walks past the first room and she's like, oh, we'll get to that room here in a second. So we do the other rooms, master bedroom, kids' room. Then we make our way back up to the front of the house and then we get to the door where she passed up. She's like, okay, guys, please don't judge me, but this room has to be fully packed too, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking there's like dog shit or something in there, like something, nasty. Bro, open the fucking door. I mean, every fucking size you can think of. Chains, whips, fucking handcuffs, swings, like the works, bro.
Did Wesitos put on the gimp suit?
He wasn't there.
Oh.
He wasn't there. This was on one of my jobs.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I was a contractor at the time. I was actually on another cruise. I was a helper at the time. Bro, when I tell you the fucking sight that was bestowed to me was wild. And I looked directly at her. I'm like, I'm fucking judging you. I don't care what you say. She started, bro.
Did you volunteer to pack that room?
No, I did not actually. I'm glad I didn't either. Oh man. But anyways, that was just some random one that I was just thinking about. But point being is being in this industry for so long, man, you get to see a lot of crazy shit that you wouldn't anticipate getting through. And before I even get into some of the crazy shit that I've had to do in terms of like crazy and like nasty, let me tell you about a really rough story, 2 rough stories that I had to deal with being in this industry, man. And it's both of them are up in San Francisco. And if you know anything about moving, don't go fucking live in San Francisco, or don't go move people in San Francisco. It fucking sucks. Like, what'd you say? 50 Shades of Grey. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it was legit like 50 Shades of Grey. And except it was their army, so it was 50 Shades of Green, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. But so anyways, San Francisco, man. This was one time this was before you were working with me, Lou. I went on a trip up there by myself. I hired 2 guys up there, and the shipper, dispatch had told me, oh, shipper's gonna save a spot for you in front of their building. It should be big enough for the truck. All right, cool. So I'm driving up into San Francisco, and as I'm getting closer to San Francisco, I'm starting to realize like it's actually in San Francisco. Not like the outskirts, in San Francisco, downtown, like Main Street shit. Like fuck, bro. So, anyways, the road that it took me on is literally the road that the apartment was on, and it went from like a highway to like a small narrow street, for one direction both ways, and then in the middle there was like a small little fucking sliver where you can like somewhat park the truck, but you really couldn't stay there. So I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, as I'm getting closer to this apartment, I'm like, this is not looking good. So I finally pulled up to the apartment. There's literally nowhere to park. So I called the shipper. I'm like, they said that you can move a car and that it's right in front of your spot and it's big enough to park my truck. He's like, oh yeah, I'm on my way down. Bro. He comes downstairs and starts moving this little ass fucking car. And then to make the matters worse, bro, like the parking there, the situation there is so ridiculous. Like literally my truck and how narrow the driveways are, my truck literally covered, I think 3 or 4 driveways. So there's no way this little ass car was gonna, move and make me fit, bro. So anyways, before he even like pulled out, I was like, so I stopped him. I was like, that's your car? He was like, yeah. He was like, I was like, is the other car in front of you yours? He's like, no. I was like, behind you yours? No. I'm like, I'm not going to fit there, man. Really? What do you mean, bro? Look,
open your eyes.
My fucking truck is 26 foot long, bro. Like, there's no way it's going to fit right here. Like, he's like, oh, man, well, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, here we go, bro. Like, this was just the start of it. This job got progressively worse as we went on the day. So anyways, I'm fucking stressed out. Called dispatch. I'm like, hey, we should have got a parking permit. There's no way I can fit on this block, let alone fucking nearby. Something needs to happen, man. And they're like, well, just try to figure out where you can park. At this point, it's too late to get a permit. I'm like, oh, clearly. So anyways, I'm like, fuck, man, here we go. So I finally find a little spot like down the street to kind of pull off. Then I got out the truck just to go do the walkthrough. And as I'm pulling up or walking up, I see this Hispanic guy. He's like waving me down. I'm like, what's going on? And I realized it was the helper. So he's like, Chris? I'm like, yeah, I'm Chris. He's like, oh, okay. Mucho gusto, whatever. And he shakes my hand. He's like, trabajo. I was like, all right, come on, let's go. I was like, where's the other guy? He's like, no sé. I'm like, bro, I hired 2 of you guys. So this guy barely speaks English. It's only one of them. Mind you, I hired 2 guys because it's supposed to be $5,000 pack and pick. So whatever. Him and I go upstairs with the shipper. 3 levels, no elevator. Switchbacks. So three sets of stairs. One, and then a switchback. 2, and a switchback. 3, and a switchback. So essentially 6 sets of stairs. And he's on the 3rd floor. Bro, when we walked into this dude's apartment, 5,000 was supposed to be pack and pick, right? In one day. That's already a lot, kind of pushing it for one day. Bro. Walked through this man's house, he had probably like 8,000.
Damn.
Bro, I was livid. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, for one, my truck is down the fucking street. I can't park in front. You got 3 sets of stairs, and you guys have this set for one fucking day to get this job done. Bro, at this point, I'm like stressed. I'm like, all right, we'll figure this out. So we get done with the walkthrough. We walk down the stairs. I was like, hey, call your guy. Find out where he's at. He said, oh, okay. So he walks off, comes back. I'm trying to find out parking, bro. I could not find parking anywhere. I ended up having to park the truck 2 blocks away. 2 fucking blocks away, Lulu. I'm kidding. I'm not even kidding you. So I tell this guy, I'm like, all right, man, while we're waiting for your other guy to show up, let's get the speed pack, get our material at least down to the, because I can't get the truck any closer. Bro, when I tell you this job, oh, bro. So anyways, we got material up there. I already knew that if this other guy didn't show up, it was about to be a fucking trash ass day. So I already had it in my head, like, okay, be prepared to have a fucked up day and a long one with just 2 guys. So I purposely told him, all you need to do is pack. I was like, I'll pack with you for 2 hours and then I'll run. You stay packing. Mind you, I have to pack, inventory, wrap, run, load, stairs, 2 blocks. Bro, I'm like, oh, man. So anyways, about, I want to say, somewhere around 12 o'clock. At this point, I had already packed up half the kitchen, or actually more than half the kitchen. I think I had maybe a quarter left. And I started inventorying just because I knew I had to start running, because at some point we had to get some of this stuff down. Otherwise, we're just going to be, kind of in each other's way and nothing was really going to get done. So I started inventorying and I looked around. I was like, where the fuck does this do that, bro? It didn't dawn on me until I came out the kitchen that I didn't see him. I didn't hear no papers going. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go downstairs. I'm looking for this fucking guy. The guy's nowhere to be found. Finally, I see this dude way down the block puffing a cigarette. I'm like, hey! He fucking comes over. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, hey, mucho trabajo. I'm like, yes, I know it's a lot of work, bro. I know it's a lot of work. He's like, no, not today. He's like, págame. I was like, what? He's like, págame. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? I was like, you want to leave? He's like, yeah, mucho, I can't even say it. Mucho trabajo. He kept saying it over and over. And I'm like, yes, I understand that this is bigger than it was supposed to be. But you're about to leave me to do it by myself now? He's like, págame. I was like, dude, I'll pay you for the hours you've been here, but you're not about to get your full $240 that you're supposed to be getting paid. Not happening. So I'll pay you for the hours you've been here. I told him I'll give you $50. You can take it or leave it. He said, págame. I was like, all right, $50. He looked at it. He's like, I'm like, what do you want me to do, bro? You're about to leave me. I was like, tell you what. I was like, I'll give you $20 more. All you need to do is help me bring down the 3 big things that I cannot do on my own. The couch, the king size bed, and what else was it? Oh, and the fridge. I was like, those 3 things I cannot do right now. So I need you to help me. Okay. So he holds me down with those, bro. Then dips. Now, already we're supposed to have 3 guys on this job. It was only 2. Then he left. Now we got 1 guy on this job. Shipper is already like, how are we going to get this done in 1 day? I'm like, your fucking guess is as good as mine. Bro, man.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know, at this point, I had to go up there and tell the customer, like, hey, look, man, this guy just quit. The other guy never showed up. Is there any way we can split this job into 2, today and tomorrow, so that I can get guys for tomorrow? I can stay here and finish packing. He's like, no, man, my flight's in the morning, and my landlord's going to be here at 7 so that he can inspect the apartment, and I got to be at my flight for 9:30. And I'm like, fuck. So right away, I call my dispatch. His name is Pete. He does all the Wyckoff stuff. I'm like, hey, man, my guys didn't show up. There's 1 guy that did left because it's too much work. The estimate's off. He doesn't want to do all of this in 1 day, and I don't blame him. I was like, this is a fucked up situation. I was like, my truck's down 2 blocks away. I'm like, this, I don't see this happening, man. He's like, oh, man, Chris. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, just try to get a hold of somebody. He's like, whatever you got to do, tell me you'll pay him extra. I'll put it in your account, this and that. I'm like, I'm trying already. He's like, all right, well, just keep me posted. That's basically saying, well, fucking figure it out. I'm like, bro, this shit is not happening. So I go upstairs and I explain to the shipper. I'm like, hey, nobody's coming. It's just me. This is the situation. I was like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want me to stay here all night, I am that guy. I will fucking stay and get this job done. I was like, but I'm probably going to be here from now until tomorrow. So be prepared. He's like, hey, whatever you got to do. All right, cool. So probably about maybe 5, 6 o'clock in the nighttime. It's already dark now. Finally, there's a spot in front of the apartment finally cleared up, bro. As soon as I seen that shit, I ran, put all 3 of my dollies right in that space, ran to my fucking truck, dipped around, finally got the truck right in front of the house or apartment. Now I'm like, damn, like now we can actually do something. Yeah, man, I was fucking screwed. I was absolutely screwed, yeah. So now truck's in front of the apartment. I'm running this job by myself. I'm fucking inventorying, wrapping, packing, loading, stairs, the works, bro. When I tell you, I did not, this was even the craziest part because I've never been in a situation like this ever. I mean, I've had some shit moves, but not this bad. It was probably about 12 o'clock. The shipper was like, man, I'm tired. You know, my kids and wife is asleep already. He's like, just knock on my door when you're done. I'm like, this is so weird. So weird. I was like, all right, cool, man. So sure enough, he goes to sleep. Bro, fucking 1 o'clock comes by, 2 o'clock comes by, 3 o'clock comes by. I'm still fucking running in the dark, bro. Like I'm trying to go down these stairs ever so gently with these dollies because people are sleeping in their apartments. You know, I'm like, fuck, man, bro, my body was just hurting. But I did not fucking quit, Lulu. I knocked on this dude's door at fucking 4:30 in the morning. I was like, you ready to sign some papers? He's like, yeah, I'll come out. Oh, God, bro. When I tell you, the drive back because I still had to drive back an hour to the hotel back to San Jose. I'm in San Francisco. When I tell you, my fucking eyes were like fucking sandpaper in them. I'm fucking driving, but I fucking got it done. And he gave me the tip that he was going to give the other 2 guys plus my tip. So I ended up with a $300 tip. But bro, when I tell you the worst fucking job I've ever done, that one right there. Bro, when I tell you, man, it was, you know, and it just goes to show, bro, like if you're anybody in this business and you can deal with that kind of pressure, that kind of stress, and then on top of that, you're beating up your body for hours on end. Like I literally did not stop. The only time I stopped was when I drank water. And I was drinking a bottle like every fucking hour, just fucking chugging to the point where I ran out of water. And at this point, I was just going on empty, man. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But, you know, Sometimes I look back on that job, I'm like, how the fuck did I do that shit, bro? Like, if I had to do that shit right now, I'd probably quit.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I don't, man. Like, it was just sheer willpower, and God was just like, "You got this shit, Chris. You got this shit. Go." And I got it done, bro. I fucking got it done. The guy shook my hand. He's like, "Man, you're a fucking animal." Had to get it done, man. And they called me. Dispatch called me the next day. They're like, "Did you figure out anything?" I was like, "Job's done." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Who did it?" I was like, "Me." He's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "What do you got?" The guy had to fly out. Nobody was like, I tried explaining to you guys this the day of, like, what was going on. Like, I got no backup here. You guys basically was like, figure it out. And I figured it out. He's like, wow. He's like, I can't believe that. He's like, I'm going to put extra money in your account, Chris. He's like, that's crazy. So I got extra tip and extra pay.
Yeah, man.
Not saying that it was worth the fucking back-breaking part of it, but it felt good to at least be recognized for it. You know what I mean? Bro, I slept the whole night. I didn't even drive back home. I stayed the whole day, the whole next day, and I drove back the following day. I was that tired.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So that's one of them. That was in downtown San Francisco. This next one, shitty. Not necessarily for how hard it was, even though it was a little tough. This one was in Brisbane, which is just like 20 minutes before you get right into like downtown San Francisco. So we get there. It's me and Dom. This was when Dom was working for me. So we get there, and as soon as we get to where the hill starts, because Brisbane is kind of hilly, it's like up in like it's not like a super huge mountain, but it's a mountain, and the streets get super narrow, low hanging trees and whatnot. So we get there, and right away, right before we even start going up the hill, we get to a sign that says no trucks over 12 feet tall, 15 feet long. My truck is 11.8 and 26 foot. Right away, that's a problem. So before I even moved any further, bro, I called it. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know who?
Yeah.
Pearl.
Okay.
Yeah, I called Pearl, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm looking at a sign right now that says no trucks over 12 feet tall, 15 feet long." I was like, "Did you guys look up this address to make sure that my truck can fit up here?" Well, we looked at it on Google Maps. It looked good to me. I'm like, Google Maps is top down, bro. He was like, no, we did Street View and followed it the whole way. I'm like, I was like, did anybody ask the shipper if trucks come up here? Did it like? He's like, no, I think you're good. He's like, just try to make it up there. Oh boy. So I'm like, here we go. I just absolutely hate moving in San Francisco. It's just a fucking pain anywhere. Anyways,
even the last one we did was bad.
Yeah, bro. Like, it just goes. Like, it just never fucking fails. Like, it's always a problem up there. So I go past this sign. The first fucking turn, once I pass this sign, this hairpin turn, bro. Narrow. The streets, like, I could barely fit my truck on this fucking street. And it's a hairpin turn. I'm like, oh, here we go. I looked at Dom. I was like, Dom, just watch my right, watch my left. Do what we can, bro. I'm doing like a fucking 20-point turn, just trying to get around this. I look like Austin Powers in that fucking in the hallway, bro. Just trying to. I look so retarded, but anyways, oh shit, can't say that word. But anyways, so I finally make it past that turn, and we're going up the hill. So narrow, bro. Cars are like parked on the side, and you like have a fine fucking minute line of error. And so I'm going up. I finally get to the house. The house is up this steep ass driveway, so the truck can't fit in it. We had to park on the side of the street, kind of blocking half the street. People were like literally had to squeeze by just to get past our truck. That was the only way. So this was the first day. We had to pack the first day, load the next. So me and Dom were going up and down this hill, taking material, packing. He's like, man, this fucking driveway sucks. I was like, yeah, imagine when we start running it. I was like, right now, we're just taking material. Wait till tomorrow. So sure enough, bro, we get done packing the first day. Now, to go back down, I asked the customer, I was like, hey, is there another way to get down? Because I don't want to back this truck all the way back down. That was like a good 2 miles up from where we first started. I was like, I do not want to back it up. It was stressful enough coming up forward. He's like, well, there's another way around, but he's like, it's pretty tight that way too. I was like, that's okay as long as it's in the outlet. He's like, yeah, it basically comes back to where you turned in on. I was like, oh, perfect. I was like, cool. So I was like, but it's safe. He's like, yeah, I think so, fairly safe. All right, cool. I called Merle again. Oh shit, I said his fucking name. Whatever. I called Merle again, and I was like, hey man, I'm just letting you know, like, it's tight up here. Like, I should not be up here. Just giving you guys the heads up. Like, we should consider maybe getting a smaller truck. He's like, really? Is that bad? I'm like, yeah, man, it is. So get off the phone with him, take off, go up the street, make a couple fucking sharp ass hairpin turns again. Finally coming back towards where we came in on, and there's cars parked on the left of me, and they had a line where the cars are supposed to stay in, and it just so happened some of the cars were kind of like over the line. So naturally, I kind of veered to the right just to avoid smashing off their window or their mirrors. So I move over to the right, and bro, I don't know how I didn't see it, because directly in front of me didn't seem like it was a problem. It just seemed nice and clear. I wasn't like too far off to the right. I was like dead center of where it was safe to not hit the car, safe to not hit the embankment. Driving, I'm talking to Dom. I'm driving the GPS. We have it on GPS because we have the recording, but the GPS said we were doing 8 miles per hour, going slow. I'm talking to Dom. All I hear is bam, and I feel the truck go like this. I'm like, fuck. I right away looked. I was like, do we have a car? He's like, no, I don't think so. Next thing you know, bro, this fucking tree just starts going. I was like,
Wow.
no. Bro, a whole fucking tree was in my truck. Oh my, bro. I looked at Dom. I was like, that didn't just fucking happen. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, and it wasn't no like baby tree. It was a tree. That motherfucker. That shit was a tree, boy. And I was like, fuck, bro. So I right away put it in park, hop out, go assess the damage. Bro, the whole fucking limb tore out a hole big inside my fucking my front right tire, the wheel well. Tore a hole right there, got lodged in between. So even if I wanted to move, it was lodged in there. And then the top portion where it first fell onto tore up a hole right where it hit, tore a hole at the top of the box. So now the fucking box is completely like a sardine can, just fucking ripped top. Bro, I'm like, what the fuck just happened right now? I'm like, this, bro, I was like, I knew I shouldn't have fucking been up here. There's a reason I made this call. We should not have been in this area with this truck, bro. So I get back in the truck. Meanwhile, neighbors start coming out. These assholes, bro. One neighbor, he comes out. He comes up from where the tree kind of like. It wasn't in his yard because it was like in between yards where the tree was, but it was like right next to his house. So he comes out. He looks at the tree, looks at my truck, and then he goes over to his car and starts brushing off the leaves off his car, and then he goes back in his house. I was like, we're okay, motherfucker. I'm like, we can literally be smashed by a tree right now, and you're worried about your fucking car. Oh, man. But anyway, so I call dispatch. I'm like, man, there's a fucking tree in my truck. He's like, what? There's a tree in my truck. He was like, can you take it out? I was like, bro, there's a tree in my truck, not a branch, a tree. He was like, what the fuck? I was like, I told you I shouldn't have been up here, man. He was like, oh my God. He's like, well, call Michelle. So I called Michelle. She's like, well, you're going to have to call the cops, have the cops come out. And then if you can't get it out on your own, they're going to have to call, the city to figure it out. So I call 911. They show up. Cop pulls up to my window. He's like, well, you're not going anywhere. Like, no, we're not. He's like, all right, man. He's like, you weren't drinking, were you? I was like, no, man. I was like, I just got done doing a job and I was trying to get out of here. He's like, yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. He's like, I'm just trying to make light of your bad situation. I was like, I appreciate it, man. He's like, this is what we're going to do, man. He's like, we'll block off the streets. We're going to call Caltrans. They're going to come cut out the tree. You're probably going to be here for like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, fucking hey, man. So sure enough, Caltrans come. They pull up. He's like, yep, that's a tree. Starts ripping up with his saw. And then he comes over to me. He's like, man, he's like, you know, a good wind would have blown over this tree. He's like, it was super hollow on the inside and rotted out. He's like, it was ready to go at any moment. So the fact that you just touched it is the reason why I fell over. I was like, bro, I was like, from what I'm hearing from my dispatchers telling me that I was only doing 8 miles per hour, which I know for sure, because I was scared going through there already as it is, you know what I mean? So I was taking my time, but yeah, bro. So I look back at the camera, the overhang, the fact that I had to move over to the right because of the cars that were over the line, that small movement over was what made me hit that little over. It was like just a tiny little overhang, bro, just enough for me to touch it. And that's what caused that whole fucking chain of events, bro. And then the kicker to all this shit, they finally get the tree out of my truck. I finally start going, call dispatch. I'm like, we're out, we're good. We're going to have to get a truck if we're going to finish packing this job. He's like, you can't do it in that same truck? I was like, I'm not coming back up here in this fucking truck. I am not coming back up here in this truck, people. Like, what the fuck do you think this is? He's like, oh, man. He's like, all right, well, you're still going to have to put it in your truck. So we're going to get you a shuttle truck. I'm like, you guys realize I have to go through scales, right? Like, with this big ass gaping hole in my fender and this big ass gaping hole in the box. I don't think they're going to let me go. He's like, can you tape it?
Tape.
Bro, you know, the funny part is I actually got some movers tape and fucking taped that motherfucker. Oh my God. It just blows my mind. So we got down to the bottom of the hill, put some mover tape to like at least keep it from looking crazy. Then I went down to Lowe's, bought this fucking white like duct tape. And bro, like surprisingly, I was actually a little I still have the pictures too. I was surprised at how good it looked. I put white duct tape over it. It almost looked like there was no hole there. But I couldn't do shit for the fucking hole that was at the top of the box, bro. Because for one, it was way too tall. And two, it was like serrated fucking metal, like sheet metal. I wasn't about to try to fuck with that. But yeah, we were able to actually get a small U-Haul the following day. We transferred it. And this whole trip was interesting. The next day while we're loading, right, and we're going up and down the hill, man, I'm not feeling good. I was like, have you drank water today? He was like, yeah, man. I was like, well, go take a break. I was like, what do you feel? I was like, you feel lightheaded? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you're getting fatigued. I was like, go sit down, chill out. I'll keep running. You just chill for now. All right, man. Cool. So he sat for like a good hour. And so I finally get done loading up the U-Haul, go back down. He comes with me. The other two guys that we had wrapping and helping, they stayed. So we went to go transfer the load. As soon as we pulled up behind our truck in the U-Haul to go transfer it, Don was like, hold on.
Yeah, God.
Yacked it all out, man. All the water. I was like, yeah, you're definitely fatigued, man. I was like, I'm gonna start calling you Lil Woozy Vert from here on out, and that's how he got done. Lil Woozy from that point on, man. But yeah, so yeah, that whole trip was just fucking wild, man. I some of the shit that you go through that people don't understand. Like, you see the moving trucks flying by on the freeway, but you never really see what the fuck you got to deal with when you get near houses or mountains like this. You know, it's fucked. It's really fucked. But anyways, let's see what time it is. 9:20. Okay. So, well, you're 8:20. I'm an hour ahead of you guys. So I'll do one more story just because we've been going for a little minute and we don't want to keep you on too long. So these two are going to be kind of like a combined story. My first hoarder house. Lovely. So lovely. So this was when I was working at a different moving company before Joyce. And apparently, I didn't know this at the time, but apparently I was the third crew to go out there to see this house and try to get it loaded. I didn't know they had sent 2 crews before me and both of them turned it down. So at the morning before the briefing, they're like, Chris, we really need you to go do this job. Like, it's kind of a rough one, but you know, you're kind of a patient guy. I think we can have you do it. He's like, just whatever you need to do. He's like, this job is going to pay a lot. Just try to get it done for us. I'm like, this already sounds a little fucking suspect. I was like, hold up. So I'm like, how much weight is it? He's like, well, it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it shouldn't be too bad. Probably somewhere around 7,000 pounds. I was like, 7,000 pounds in a 2-bedroom apartment? Okay, not crazy, but understandable. So I show up, knock on the door. Guy's like, coming. So he finally fucking gets to the door, cracks the door like yay wide, just so you can kind of see in there and get your body in there. He's like, come on in. I'm like, okay. So I like pushed the door and it wouldn't go any further. I'm like, what the fuck? So I fucking scooted my way in. And as soon as I get into the doorway, the fucking stench just hits me. I'm like, ugh. Bro. I can think about it right now, bro. I can literally smell it right now. The smell that hits me was just horrible. And then the sight that I get to see was, I don't know what was worse, the sight or the smell. But as soon as I looked in this house, there was fucking mounds of shit, bro. Like papers, books, bags, clothes, trash, you name it, it was there. And the crazy part is he had a walkway throughout all of this stuff, like just a walkway just to get to each room. No other space for anything else. The dude couldn't even sit on his couch. He couldn't sit around his dining table. He can only go from one room to another with these walkways. That's it. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't even explain the smell yet. So I'm like, tell me what's going. Bro, I didn't even know what to say. He was like, well, what I'd really like to do is, kind of go through the stuff and I'll tell you what I want and what I don't want. I'm like, you mean like go through the piles of stuff? He's like, yeah. I'm like, we can't do that. If we do that, we're going to be not only going to be here for fucking a month, but two, like there's trash mixed between this stuff. Like it's unsanitary. He's like, well, your dispatch said you guys were willing to do it, so that's why you're here. He's like, the other two guys left right away. He's like, you're at least talking to me. I'm like, well, in my head, I'm like, I can see why. Oh my God. So anyways, I'm like, just show me the rest of the house. So he's like, this weird, bro. It wasn't until we got to his master bedroom and he opened the door. That's when the smell just got real potent. And I understood why. He's like, so don't mind the bottles in the corner and the mug or the jugs. I'm like, what is it? He's like, oh, it's nothing. So we're doing a walkthrough and we get closer to where the jugs are. Bro, it's piss and fucking shit in these jugs, bro. Like legitimately this dude was sitting here cutting milk gallons open and shitting and pissing in there. Mind you, his bathroom was literally right across the hallway. Right away, I was like, look, man, I feel for you. And I know you need to move out of here. They told me you had to be out of here in the next month, but we can't do this. I'm sorry. I was like, this is a hazmat job. There's no way I'm going to be moving shit and piss. And I even said it to him like that. I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's not a job for us. Like, you need to call a junk removal or hazmat crew to come and deal with this because it's not us. He was like, oh, man, that's bullshit. They said you guys would do this. And I was like, you know what? They said that we would do this, but they didn't tell me what this was until I got here. So I'm not sure what you expect me to do, but I'm not about to sit here and move shit and piss. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that, and I know that's fucked up, but can't do it. I can't do it, man. Can't do it. So that was one hoarder house. Second one. This one wasn't as bad as this one, but I think it was more so like how clean they were. So this was when I was working for Tom. We pulled up. It was a nice house, bro, right here in Redlands. Beautiful house. Looks immaculate from the outside. So as soon as you walk in, though, no. The stench again. As soon as that front door opens, you're like, ugh. It gets you right away. You're like, what the fuck, man? So you start walking in. The guy greets us, and he's like, so don't mind the dog poop. My daughter didn't clean up the poop this morning. You know how kids are. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking the kid is like, preteen. Bro, it was like, she was like 19. And the fact that he wanted to blame it on her was crazy when he's the father. Wild to me. But anyways, so we're doing a walkthrough. The smell's hitting me. I seen poop in one specific spot. But it wasn't until we started going through one of the rooms, the tile that was on the floor had like prints on there. And I'm thinking, that's some weird looking design. Bro, I got closer to look at the design. It was basically shit that had got stepped on, flattened out, and got hard in there. Stayed there for God knows how long. And this dude was like, oh, teenagers. Bro, each room had shit and smelled like pee. There was trash in each room. The daughter's room was fucking filth, bro. Like there was like mounds of trash around her bed. Like when she laid down, you can literally fucking put your hand over like a pillow on trash. Like that's how bad it was. And so we come back out to the living room, and he tells us, oh, we want that rug to go. I'm like, the rug with all the dog poop on there. He's like, oh, we could take it off. I'm like, the rug that has dog poop on there. He was like, yeah. I'm like, we can't touch that. That is a health problem, bro. Like, well, what if we roll it up? I was like, we still have to touch it and put it in the truck. I was like, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry, we're not taking the rug. Bro, like, there was literally crunched up shit on there. And you can tell it was pissed on too because it had stain marks everywhere, bro. I'm like, there's no way. No way. Anyways, Tom, the driver at the time, this motherfucker, after we got done doing the walkthrough, he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to be in the truck. You guys let me know when you're done. I was like, yeah.
I can't even blame him.
And he legit stayed in the truck the whole time, bro. Me and the helpers did everything. Bro, I told him, I'm like, if they don't go get us gloves, I'm not touching shit. And they went to go get us gloves. So, just logging in. Hey, what up, Kathy? You just missed all the good stories. Yeah, no, we're having some work stories on the moving industry and, some valet stuff, some security stuff that Lou is doing. Yeah, but we've been on for roughly about an hour and a half now. So definitely go back, rewatch this episode once we're off. We got some fucking crazy stories. You're not going to want to miss those. Smash that like button while you're in here right now for us. That really helps the algorithm. So, you too, Adrian, if you're in here still watching, smash that like button for us. Or not the heart button, that one. That helps the algorithm. We appreciate that. Yeah, you're just coming in. Like we're just getting ready to round out and finish it off. And I don't know if you could tell, but Lou's at my house right now. He's running the stream today. I'm in Colorado. So, just trying to be consistent, staying on here, making sure that we are still streaming and being live, even though I'm out of town and stuff. So, hey, hit that heart for us, AG. That really helps, though. It does drive up the views for the algorithm. So, please do. But yeah, man. So it just goes to show, like, our jobs, especially this one here, is it's a wild one, bro. And you've been on some of the crazy shit that we've had to do. So,
I think maybe because I haven't been up there that much to San Francisco to do jobs with you, but me personally, if I had to say one city that's pretty bad, it's probably San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah, I don't like the San Diego trips downtown.
Oh, okay. You don't like those ones?
Nah, not really.
Whatever. Nice having you in here. You got our regulars. Love that. I love that we have some regulars that come in here all the time. Jennifer, we appreciate that love. Kathy, we appreciate that love. Adrian, you're a real one because you're always here.
Hey, this is just a funny one, but just because he's in Colorado. Last time we went up there, we had to do this nice ass mansion, bro, and not everything was going. So he had to show us the whole house. And bro, how many rooms? Like it was 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
It had to have been like a 6-bedroom.
I think probably like 8 bedrooms, like because he had downstairs. Had rooms too.
Anyways, he's giving us a walkthrough when we get there. Really cool guy, and he says the most craziest shit. Keep in mind, born and raised in LA.
Not to cut you off, Lou. I just want to make sure I answer the question. Do y'all ever check out popular food places? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it depends on what's popular, I guess.
She's asking me if I know popular food places. Yes. I'm gold member at Popeyes.
He's gold member
I
at
am known
7-Eleven
at Louisiana
for
Fried
the
Chicken.
Glizzies. This man loves the Glizzies. They have literally a plaque
Oh, there you go.
with his face.
Okay. They have a hot dog in Colton that's called the Chaos Dog, and it's 2 big bites put together.
Whoa! No bun.
Anyways, but
fucking God,
like I was
but-
saying, he's giving us a walkthrough, and he's just so nonchalant. He's like, "Oh yeah, don't mind a bear. If you see a bear, he's just gonna be wandering around." I look at this man. I was like, "What you say?" He's like, "Oh, there's a bear walking around, but don't worry about it." I'm like, "Say that one more time." He said, "There is a bear walking around." I was like, "I quit. There's no way, bro." I was like, "So you're telling me there's a bear just walking around and I'm gonna be hauling shit back and forth, smelling like carne asada, and I'm supposed to just not worry about it?" He's like, "No, you're all fine, man." Well, I was like, "Wow, bro." And that job, bro, it was, man, he was so super cool, bro. He bought us lunch. He even gave me a few stuff for my girls, bro. He was such a blessing. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, he gave. Yeah. I'm saying at that job in Colorado, he gave me a few things, and then when we came back over, he gave me the rest of the clothes and stuff. But, bro, man, he was. I love that job. Yeah. Shout out Jeremy.
Real tipper, bro. That.
Yeah.
I thought did he tip us good, but he hooked us up with food.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't bothering us. This dude had a fucking mansion. Beautiful.
Bro, he gave me a bag full of Lululemons because he had 3 daughters. Bro, Lexi and Lucy, some of them have tags on them.
Yeah, one of them had money in there, remember?
Oh, yeah. They still have money in there.
The dude is just a solid guy, man. Like probably one of my favorite moves we've done. I remember he was like giving out a lot of stuff, and he even I asked him how much because he had some nice bar stools, and he was selling them. I was like, "How much you want for him?" He's like, "Man," he's like $50 for each one, and he had 4 of them. I was like, "Look, but I'll give you 100, and I'll take 2 because I only need 2." At the end of the job, he ended up giving it to me for free, and literally gave us like the best, some of the nicest shit. Like when we looked at the tag for each of them, I think each of them was like $200 a piece or something like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro. Like, and to this day, you know, when he ended up giving Lou the bag of clothes, like I mean, literally nice shit. Like when he gave us that was actually because he hired us outside of the company because he liked us so much to go do his move again. And we ended up.
Oh my God. Remember that table?
Bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
never forgetting that.
There's some shit, right, man. Speaking of table, I'm out here in Colorado doing this job without Lou, and I'm fucking worried because the table that I have to do not tomorrow, Sunday, I'm delivering. I'm doing it on my own, and I'm not looking forward to it, bro.
It took 2 of us to put in that truck.
Yeah, I'm sore as shit right now from the gym too, so I'm like, fuck, man. I knew I shouldn't have fucking did arms and chests before I went up here. But the whole reason I did it too, I was like, man, if I do arms and chest now, at least I'll have a little more strength to me, you know what I mean? But I'm not looking forward to that shit, man. And I am praying to God that it's not going upstairs or downstairs. If flat level, please to the moving guys, let that motherfucker be on the flat level.
I believe.
Bro, if I got a Hulk Buster that shit, I will do it. But I'm not looking forward to it. That shit was easily like what, $150, maybe 180 pounds.
I'll pray to all the gods, the old and the new.
Yeah, man. Fucking hopefully it's not so bad. But anyways, any other stories that you want to touch on?
No, I think we can save it for the next one. If because I do have a lot of stories, bro. Like I got stories from security still. I got stories from valet. You know, just other jobs that I had, gas station, a whole bunch. But we could do it on another story episode.
For sure. Well, look,
I just want to see how they enjoy this one.
Before we even get off of here, I want to shout out everybody who popped in here. We appreciate you guys as always. Kathy, we appreciate you popping in here every time. Jennifer, I know you just got home off of a flight. Hope you made it home safe. Thank you for joining in. We always appreciate the love. And again, if you guys are in here now, hit that heart button that's right there in your chat. It really does help drive up the algorithm. We are trying to absolutely get to 500 subscribers. We are getting there pretty quick. We're actually a little surprised at how quick it's going up. So,
And tell y'all people to subscribe.
yeah, man, like share it to somebody that you know who might be interested in this kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, look at her. She at work. You're at LAX or over here working, flying, or trafficking airplanes and, tuning into us. I feel special. We appreciate that.
God
Jennifer.
bless.
Yeah, man, that's awesome that you even, show up just to fucking shoot the shit with us. So we appreciate that. I'm glad you made it back safe. She was just out in, was it Florida? I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Not only that, but she does this thing called pickleball. Never heard of it ever until she told me about it. You heard of it?
No.
But for whatever reason, ever since she's told me about pickleball, I keep getting like videos of pickleball everywhere on my feed, like they're listening to me or something.
I thought you were telling me your old blade name.
Your road name, all that. Man, never ran the blade. No, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
What is that? Oh, that's exactly what I said. I've never heard of pickleball until Jennifer told me about it. So I have no clue, none whatsoever. But it's like, I think it's like tennis, and rules. I don't know. Jennifer could probably tell you about that a little bit more than I could. I couldn't speculate, or I don't know. It's the algorithm. Yes, ma'am. We're really trying to drive it up, man. Like I said, our original goal was 150 subscribers. We're at like 2 something now, so it's slowly going up. Ping pong tennis mashup. Okay. Now, if you would have said beer pong ping pong mashup, I would have been
Beer
all
pong. Got a problem, man. You
And
can't
that's
talk
just-
about something you're not good at.
I'm not that good at fucking. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to claim anything good about fucking beer pong, man. Because once I get a couple beers in me, I'm like, everything starts looking funny. But anyways,
Hey, how about Sochi clotheslining herself?
oh, shit, bro. I remember that shit. Like, hey, before we get off, one more story, just because this was shots fired. Yep. So he's always talking shit, Jennifer. You
Don't lie.
You don't
I tell
understand.
the truth.
You guys don't see it because you're not with us on work trips and stuff. Where we're in the truck, this fucker just goes on and on and on and on. I just got to sit there and listen to it. It's okay. It's okay though.
I'm gonna secretly record the disrespect that he tells me. Watch, he says it's on me, but he literally finds a way to disrespect me. We be in the middle of work. He's like, "Hey, look, man, I need to show you something really important. Come." He's like, "Look, this is how you put this shit in the box." I look in the fucking box. He's flicking me off in there like this. I'm like,
oh my god,
we're at work. Like, what the fuck? But
I find
the tip of the ice.
I find the most creative ways to fucking flip them off. It's just what we got to do, you know what I mean? We gotta spice it up sometimes.
That shit is fucking
Give
weird.
the normal third, you know what I mean? But
I'm gonna
anyways,
record it. I'm gonna show y'all.
one quick little story, the one he was talking about with beer pong. So my baby mama, my son's mom, a long time ago when we used to live together, we always, host little parties at our apartment. And we're in the kitchen playing beer pong. And you know how the ball's bounced on a thing, you can run up and grab it or slap it off or whatever. Well, who was it? You that threw it?
I think so.
Anyways, he bounced it. She ran for whatever fucking reason so quick towards the table, and it was wet on the floor from where some of it had spilled. Bro, she fucking slipped on that shit, and like literally the table clotheslined the shit out of her. All you it was beer everywhere and her feet up in the air. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
How do you even do that?
He was committed.
Bro.
He was about to get that fucking double cut. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was too funny.
Oh man, that shit was too hilarious. You know what, Kathy, you're right. We are like that. We absolutely fucking talk shit, flip each other.
Whoa.
What we do. Shit, you're the biggest one of all. What do you mean? Tell you about this guy. But anyways,
man.
Like I said, we really wanted to go live, and the reason why we chose to do work stories this time around is just because I'm out here in Colorado, and we weren't sure how this live was gonna go with me being remote, and it was Lou's first time running the stream, so we just wanted to try something out, make sure that we can do it. So in the future, if we have special guests and anybody wants to come on, we can get them on this way. And yeah, it worked. So hopefully the stream was quality for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stories. If you didn't catch the stories, definitely rewind it back and watch it. It really does help us. And comment if you guys found it funny, if you found some of it interesting. If you didn't like it, put a thumbs down. I don't care, whatever. As long as you do something. Do something, goddammit. But yeah, guys, again, we appreciate you all. It's always love here. And next week we'll be live. We haven't really discussed what our topic is going to be for next week, but rest assured we will be live. Even if I am out of town like I am this week, we will make sure that we get it happening. So we're committed to this thing, guys, and we really appreciate it. So till next time.
Yeah. You guys have any questions about the stories we had, or want to hear more about specific ones? Again, we just want to make sure we're entertaining you guys at the very least. And we appreciate you guys checking in. And
we're also
God bless.
We're also trying to do. Maybe we could do that for the next live.
What?
Reaction to video. Because I know we said we
do
that on this live, but because I had to go out of town and stuff, I don't think it was going to work out.
Yeah, we do have a few videos that were pretty good.
We saved a few videos of things that was pretty controversial when it comes to dating, men and women, not just women. But we felt like they're important topics to touch on, so we might do that next week, Friday. Either way, tune in, guys. We'll try to always make this thing entertaining and fun for people to be in here. So we like I said, we absolutely love doing this. I didn't think it was going to be this fun for us when we started doing this in the first place. I thought, if anything, we thought it was going to be more nerve-wracking than anything. So the fact that we've been doing it and having fun with it, it's been cool. So Lou, you remember what you need to do on your end?
Yeah.
For the stream? Cool, man. Well, all right, guys, I'm going to say our outs. And again, much love to everybody. Tune in next Friday. Check out our shorts if you haven't seen any of them. I've posted up some behind the scenes of the road trip and stuff. Posting up one tomorrow, so you guys stay tuned for that. But until next time, it's your boy Chaos, boy Lou, back here at the Chaos and Lou podcast. Until next time, peace, much love.